let's move on to what else do you want to, how else? I mean, I got a list of questions I can ask you, but
I think for your listeners, one of the key things that I was hoping to chat about was the fact that we are basically raising our kids as addicts. Now, when we do only the things we want to do, like we want to jump on the iPad or we want to watch the cartoons and we want to eat our sweet cereal, all these things that kids want to do, your grandparents and mine would have grown up in a time where you can't just get what you want straight away. Everything needs to be worked for. If you want breakfast, you've got to go out and work for it. We have to put in hard work first and then we get the reward. And that's when the dopamine can actually rise. But now, because we live in such relative luxury and privilege, our kids can just get up and have their cereal straight away or their sugar and they can play on the iPad. But then when they have to get ready and put their clothes on and go to school, that is going to feel relatively worse. So that's a dopamine drop. So they're going from things they really want to do first to things they really don't want to do second. And when we do things in that order and dopamine drops, it feels bad. Our mood will drop as well. But if we get up and do our hard stuff first, like we make our bed and we do some chores first, for example, and then we have the things that we want to have, the dopamine goes from low, from the chores, then to higher. And that has been the secret of the dopamine reward system. And that's how basically all creatures live their lives. If they want something, they've got to go work for it. If an animal wants to eat, they've got to go and forage or hunt for that food, and the food is then the reward. So when we do things in the opposite way, and when we wake up, we get pleasurable things or we scroll, we're setting ourselves up for a dopamine decline. And people don't realize this. They reach for their phones straight away, not knowing that they've just, had all this dopamine from doing the stuff they want to do. And their day is going to then start going downhill, unfortunately. And if we keep doing this and keep stacking this kind of dopamine slide from higher to lower, we are going to get low mood and we're going to get depression. But if you want to supercharge your mornings a little bit more, when you take your dogs out, if you take them for a brisk walk, or if you just do something that's a bit of a challenge, if you put something in your morning routine that's a bit harder than normal and a bit more of a challenge, like an extra chore or something like that, then when you do have your mocha and your breakfast, because they raise your dopamine, because they're enjoyable, it will actually give you a little bit more of a natural raise and you'll start to jumpstart your dopamine a little bit more.